Welcome to MBAN Summit 2016. What we hope to do at this event is to share with everybody the latest news on angel investing. We're bringing angels from ASEAN together for them to share about what's happening in the region, because it's really important for both investors and entrepreneurs to know that there are opportunities out there with angel investors, not just in Malaysia, but in the whole region of ASEAN as well.
This initiative from MBAN opens opportunities for learning, let's say, from what Singapore and Malaysia are doing in terms of investor tax incentives and accreditation of investors. And that's badly needed in the ecosystem nowadays to ensure that there are safety nets involved in investments and negotiations.
This is a very unique event today. The purpose of this event is to support each other, to share the information, share the knowledge, and make each other successful. And the goal is to have the startups from different countries, so different nations, to enter the other markets, and have the investors to be able to do investment in a cross-border.
In order to help our local companies scale to a regional level, we need the knowledge in the different markets, and all the countries in ASEAN have very different markets. I think if we collaborate together like this for regional and mutual benefit, we will be able to grow more regional startups in the coming years.
I think it's important for founders to aspire, to have hope, to have a vision. And also, you shouldn't always just look at the valuation. You should look at creating value. You should look at growing the company. And you should look at what is the next stage for the company, rather than to say, well, I want my company to be $1 billion company.
It's okay to have a dream to become a unicorn. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having high aspirations, and everybody should want to become a $1 billion US company. And what's important is to focus on growing your customer base and scaling up your business and gaining more market share. I think for our local entrepreneurs or our regional entrepreneurs in ASEAN, we should start with creating a viable business that has scalable customers and is driven towards the profitability.
At the end of the day, at the table during the negotiation, both parties will be happy at it. But if the startup cannot justify, just picking of a business case in other countries with similar type of product, similar business model, and using that as a benchmark, I don't think it's fair for an investor to invest, right? You're trying to force something that is not actually what it is. So it will be a difficult thing for startups to get investments, and also it will be difficult investor to make their money worth.
Sometimes trends are good things because they mean market validation. So when we receive a lot of pitch deck on the same business idea, on the same business model, it means there is something happening, there's a market. But it's usually a bit too late for us, because when there is a trend, it comes as well with downside. Valuations are very high, it's getting very crowded, massive competition. So that's not necessarily a good thing when a trend is happening. We try to go beyond and invest or actually spot companies before a trend is happening.
I think it's both. Sometimes it's the trend that creates the market, or it could be the market that creates the trend. And what we're seeing is that the current generation uses the hijab not only as a hair covering, but also as part of a fashion accessory. But more importantly, the broader application of those things. Can Muslimah go international one day? Can it be worn by people who are not Muslims, who prefer a more conservative style of dressing? I think the moment that can happen, then we've created a trend that's beyond being inclusive and exclusive. So it can work both ways. The most important thing is that you're delivering a value that is customer-centric and is within what they're willing to pay for.
Great opportunities are available in ASEAN. There are opportunities there to build a great business, whether it's a unicorn or whether it's a 100 million ringgit company. But to do that, you need friends, you need partnerships, you need investments, and all of that is available at MBAN Summit 2016.